weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
To a whole nother level. What is it hard? There you go.
Throwing right away is Williams. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. The Bears at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Here we go. Check field. 50. Green. Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. You look at this Bears defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And now Love going to change things up. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Ready. Red 38. Set.
Love looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95. 6, Mega.
Here's Love. His throw incomplete.
There defensively.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Eat old blue. 52 blue. Claws red. Hut, hut.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Down. Yellow, 22.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Up, here we go, set. Check Fury. Hut.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Check, hut. Black 40. Ready.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Hey, go Fury. Hut, hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing is Williams. Pass complete. Reeman24. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. A pass complete to Odunze. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
To throw once more, here's Williams. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
To the air, Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Going back to the backfield, he'll get the carry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
To throw, Williams. Touchdown, Bears! From a yard out. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Ready?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have regained the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw is Williams. To the left side into the hands of Odunze. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again here, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw again. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To the air once more, Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So on fourth down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
On the set.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now a 3rd and 6. Well, Love wants to shift things around.
Blaster, 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Smash. 13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9.
Red, yellow.
Love now. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He'll try to pick it up himself. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got him.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
10 cycle. Come on, set. 10 black. Strike. Strike. Set.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Ball red. 50. Green. Set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Shoot down. Yellow, 22. Blue striking. Ready?
Now Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Black Ultra.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st. nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. But nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Red, watch out now. 50 series. Green Jack. Needle blue. Ready.
Glove. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get this into the hands of the doom zone. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. To throw once more, here's Williams. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the gun, here's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston running from 4 yards out. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point.
Williams going to throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. We'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Okay.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Shot, 17. 60 reps. 60 reps. Drill green.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In motion, the tight end.
Red, 38. White, white. Black shot. Black blue. Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
52 blue. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Striker, 3-3.
And just just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
33, yellow.
Here's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Yellow, blue, go. Black shot.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yellow, slide through. 60 red, 60 yellow, go pink. White. Ready?
Throwing. Love. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Red, 38. Green Jack.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Blue strike. Green. Here we go. Black.
Going back to Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So these two teams matching each other's score for score. This last touchdown, that bumps the lead back to 7 with the extra point to come.
And it's a heck of a way to play, isn't it, partner? You feel good about it because you continue to keep the lead and your offense keeps scoring, but you sure would like your defense to make a stop.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw is Williams. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Bears 18. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Williams. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. They'll go. Here's Williams. Pass complete to Odunze. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Here we go.
and 3.
Slide 2. 50. Green. Ready.
Love now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
White, white, 33, yellow. Cluster, 6. Smash, red. Check,
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Down. Rest. Ready.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And some room to work. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going to get.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, 30 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play to catch.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,